Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon. Jorge checking in with y'all today on this beautiful day, right? We're about to get a little bit of rain, but that ain't stopping us, right? So let me go ahead and share what I read today before I go in and get my workout out here at the gym. So let's dive into it. So I'm reading out of the book of Psalms, chapter 66 and 67. 1 through 7 on both chapters. So it goes like this. So shout joyful praises to God, all the earth. Sing about the glory of his name. Tell the world how glorious he is. Say to God, how awesome are your deeds. Your enemies will cringe before your mighty power. Everything on earth will worship you. They will sing your praises, shouting your name in glorious songs. Come and see what our God has done, what awesome miracles he performs for people. He made a dry path through the Red Sea, and his people went across on foot. There we rejoiced in him. For by his great power he rules forever. He watches every movement of the nations. Let no rebel rise in defiance. Right, so that what stood out to me, and the notes I'm gonna read is pretty much, sums it all up. So in this chapter and verse, God demonstrates his power and his care for us. We need to share this with others. We are not alone in our trouble. Even some of our struggling friends face the same problems we do. Our thanks to God for his deliverance can become a source of hope and inspiration. So, and that's going back to my belief. I think our purpose in life, well, mine's, is I think we're put on earth to be messengers of God. We must share the gospel, kind of like how the people that are in the Bible did back in the day, right? They went around and spoke, right? Spoke about God and how awesome he was, just because, right? Jesus showed, just revealed him into them, right? So I think that's very important. We all have friends, family, or co-workers that just need hope and inspiration, and you can be that person to lift them up, right? And give them that motivation, give them that hope that with Christ anything's possible, right? So I think that's what really stood out to me in today's reading. So it's time for people of God to start doing that more, right? I feel like that not necessarily lacking in that area, but I think we can do better. We can do better, right? So, and then in Psalm 67, 1 through 7, right? Again, it's may God be merciful and bless us. May his face smile with favor on us. May our ways be known throughout the earth. Your saving power among people everywhere. May the nations praise you, O God. Yes, may all the nations praise you. Let the whole world sing for joy, because you govern the nations with justice. So again, he tells us to share his love and good news with others. This should not be a chore to avoid. It should be a natural expression of our joy at being delivered from forces too powerful for us to handle alone. That with God's help, we could never resist the temptations that could destroy our lives. But with his help, we can live a life of freedom and joy. Let us celebrate and spread the news of God's powerful deliverance. So, just adding on to, Psalm 66, right? Is doing that. It's time to share any platform that you have. Man, there's so many people out here, especially with depression. Man, depression I think is not talked about a lot, right? You can just bless someone, but just motivating them, helping them out, hearing them out, right? Whether that be an example is, even if they don't believe or not, man, that sharing your experience and why you're this faithful, why you believe in God, right? Sharing your faith with them and trying to make them a believer, right? Is doing all that, right? So I just that's what I want to do. I think that's my mission right now, right? I've always done it, but man, I just want to use my platform now to do that, because you never know who's watching and needing this, right? Not everybody has friends. Not everybody has, a big family that can do that. So definitely do that. Definitely do that. And then also too, in Isaiah for chapter 43, 9-13, right? I feel like it's talking with what I just talked about. There are people around us who can witness to God's power because they have experienced it in their own lives. When we have doubts or feel like giving into temptation, we need to look for encouragement from those who have experienced God's power in similar times of need. Their lives can give us helpful hints about how we can overcome sin and temptation. It will also show us God's ability to transform our broken life. So there, it's saying it right there in chapter 43 in Isaiah, right? Is the experience in people's lives that they're sharing that with other people. That's how they can pretty much help other people, right? And then too, like even myself, sometimes, I feel like people that that try to do everything right, that are really, high up there in faith. I feel like too that there's some times where, man, sometimes they need to get with other people or stay surrounded with people that are high faith like them, right? To give them encouragement to help them out as well in their areas of need, right? So that's what I do now, right? So times I need or in trouble, or when I'm just not myself, man, call someone. Might be a friend that goes to your church, right, in your own community, a believer. And let's do a Bible study. Let's just read the Word. Get together. Just because that could be very encouraging, and y'all can help each other out. So yeah, so that was the word today, guys. Hope this helps you out. Remember, through Christ, anything's possible. He loves you, and man, stay up, stay motivated. You're not alone. You're not alone, right? You're here for a reason. You got a purpose. You're still alive, so keep going. All right, one love, family.